Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for another live stream, and we're back on the Xbox Series X, and honestly, after Sim Update 3 released, a lot of my time in the sim has been on the Xbox Series X, been really enjoying the experience, and I thought we would hop over to Career for today's stream, test some things out, see how the sim's doing on the Xbox side for Career, and just have a nice little time, so... Hopefully everybody's having a great Tuesday. Still waiting for that Sim Update 4 beta to get rolling. Still believe there's a good chance it's going to be this week at some point. It'll probably be on Thursday, because I'm busy on Thursday morning, so that's probably... that's typically how it works out. But we'll see. But hello, Aiden Jacobs. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to just kind of do a mix. I'm not going to do... like VIP or anything like that, just because the missions are quite long. Unless we can find something really, like, the shortest possible. We'll see. But to start things off, I think we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a search and rescue. Just to kind of dabble back into career mode on the Xbox. And go from that. It's so nice having my open world again, because, you know, my beta career profile is very closed up still. Do I even... you know what? I don't even think I have anything for search and rescue. We should change that. Hello, Omar. Bush flying today? We're going to be doing some fixed-wing search and rescue, so technically, yes. A little bit of, you know, off-roading landing. But yeah, so let's actually get this situated. I must have sold something. Yeah, I don't even have anything. That's why there's no missions for it. And hello, Sir DLW. Hello, hello. And of course, since we are in career mode, this is my biggest request. I mean, other than new content for it, make it to where career missions can be done in a free flight world. You know, just with online players. That's my biggest thing. But anyways, we're gonna get the X-Cub. Grab that real quick. But the reason I was saying that is obviously since we're in career mode, we're not going to be doing a free flight today, of course. So folks cannot join, unfortunately. But to be fair, we have been doing quite a bit of free flights. So I mean, it's not like it's very rare that we do community flights at this point, so... Let's head down into Mexico. Let's just go over here. We'll plop that in there, and let's go ahead and get the Eurocopter as well. Because, you know, may as well do it. I haven't used the Eurocopter in career mode just yet. I know most people aren't liking the helicopter. I don't care. I've been enjoying it, so... That's what I go off of. It was interesting yesterday because, you know, Monday and Thursdays are typically updates to the marketplace. There was not a single new item added, except for the C90 King Air is now purchasable on its own. And already at like a 3.8 rating. And I guess we'll keep this one up here. Colorado rescue in the area here. Hey Kyle, how's Cow today? Oh, I'm doing great. Can't complain. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Tuesday as well. Welcome, welcome. And Omar, I really hope they redo the whole career mode, make it a building an aviation empire. I would restart. I mean, I would too. And that's the thing I'm really hoping from this mode. Instead of it just being the companies you buy. Because, you know, when you first start career mode, you pick your starting airport, and you never revisit it ever again. It's really pointless. So I would love to have that type of aspect in career mode for sure. Where it's like, I want my hub to be in Colorado Springs, I do missions from my hub, but then I also come back to it. Because if you come back to it, you have cheaper maintenance costs, all that kind of, like, there's just... And I feel like that's where they have plans to go to. This is a very bare bones thing. Because as the developers have said, they weren't really expecting too much from career mode. Like, they weren't expecting as many people to dive into it. I'm still not sure why they thought that, but that's besides the point. So now that the career mode is so, people are wanting new content to it, they want new features and all that type of stuff, it's gonna have a lot of attention to it. So I'm still very much looking forward to seeing what they have planned for the mode, and I think it'll be a blast. So is this where I put the cub? It is. Fantastic. Let's do it. FMJ, I bought the Citation 10, I guess is what it's actually called, not Citation X. Because I think that's what the comment was about the stream. They were very upset by the fact that I was calling it X. But glad you're... love the reverse thrust on it. It's awesome. I love that plane. So hopefully you're having a blast with it, FMJ. Because it's just a fun one to fly for sure. Glad we're not flying, still recovering from trying to follow a hot air balloon flying at 150 knots. It was... I don't know. I was just in the mood to mess around yesterday, because, we don't do it too often on the streams. And, I mean, it's a hot air balloon in the sim. I mean, you can't just take it seriously. I mean, come on. What else are you going to do with a hot air balloon? Because the thing is, as neat as those third-party programs are for, the career-type stuff, I just always like coming back to this. Because if I'm not in the mood to play on PC, I can just continue my career progress on Xbox as well, and it's just... I don't know. I still have high hopes for this mode, and I'm hoping Asobo can deliver, with just continuous improvements to it, which I still feel like is their goal, like we were just talking about with how many people are wanting to see improvements for it. It'll be exciting to see what's going on. So for now, I'll keep the mouse away and we'll just go with the controller again. We'll see how long that lasts before I'm plugging in the mouse. Oh. I'll turn this back on, because I think I turned it off at some point when we were doing something. Because I was just trying to do some tests, and ATC kept bugging us. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just turn this off. So I'll have it back up. Alright. So let's go ahead and get our altitude set up here. I'm not really sure where we want to be with that, but we'll go for 5,000 to start. And there we go. Let's get a move on here. That guy's lucky. He was about to get a wing slapping him in the head. Stop at hold short. Oh, we're going over here. What were you doing in Istanbul? On my world tour? Oh, nice. Hopefully the world tour is going swimmingly. How does career mode compare to release? I played it initially but stopped due to it feeling a bit janky, especially due to the unstable weather. Weather's been much improved, so that's definitely something. Overall, career mode hasn't changed too much since the release, since a lot of the attention was, of course, on performance and just the overall stability of the sim. But with Sim Update 4, we're going to start finally getting some improvements and new features into career mode. So, I mean, I feel like now is a pretty good time to dive into it, see how it feels for you. But I feel like it's much improved overall. There's still stuff with, like, the pilot performance things that need improvements. But again, Sim Update 4 is going to start bringing new content, new fixes, and all that into the mode. So I feel like it's a good time to start into it. Because for me, I feel like at least the weather side of things isn't as crazy, you know, especially with medium cargo being 100 knot winds and everything like that. So weather-wise, should see some better improvement from it for sure. Oh my goodness. Are we not talking? We are, but did the setting not save or something? Oh, it didn't. That's why. Like, why is it so quiet? Because I really don't want it to be just audio the whole time. Because I like when the ATC is going on because it gives me a break from talking. And then it isn't just silent the whole time. So that's why I prefer to have it on. Alright, it's at 100. We'll see how this goes now. Should be fine. 1 notch of flaps should be plenty. Let's go rescue somebody here. Pull that power back just a little bit. Try to hit autopilot. There we go. Heading mode on, please. And also, let's go ahead and...
The sooner you get on site, the better. In such an isolated place, it's possible to get injured and not be able to call for help.
Okay, maybe not head straight towards the highest part of the mountain. Oh, shoot. That's my bad. Even though we weren't going that fast, we were only going
Your search area
70
should be
knots.
displayed on your map if needed. No news yet from my side, but the relatives appreciate your help.
And
They're quite concerned, as you can imagine.
I want to bring
We
the
all hope you'll bring her
RPM
back
back a
home,
little
buddy.
bit. Don't need to mess up our X-Cub's new engine. Let's see here. There's been a bit of generalization of what Sim Update 4 is going to be. Of course, there's still going to be more VRAM improvements going on with it. There's still going to be a heavy focus on performance and stability for the sim, but it's not as focused like Sim Update 1, 2, and 3 were. Because, you know, like I was talking about, super heavy cargo is finally getting into career mode for Sim Update 4. Airbus aircraft are going to be added to career mode, so the A320, the A330, the Beluga, all that type of stuff's going to be career supported, which will be nice, instead of just having the 737 going on. And then whatever else is planned. I'm sure there's going to be some other planes added, just like the Cessna Longitude and the Cessna Titan. So, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some of that stuff going on as well, and whatever else they haven't just yet talked about. So, kind of a nice mix of things as opposed to just focused 100% on performance and stability of the sim. So that's nice. Because, I mean, we've had 3 sim updates that were solely focused on it, and now we're finally at a more stable point where new features, new improvements, and just stuff with career mode can be worked on too. Which I am very much happy about. Just want to get this open real quick. Looks like 5,000 feet is going to be a
Rescue Cal,
perfect
how's it
spot
going on your
to
end?
level out?
Hope you'll be on site soon.
Maybe?
We have to find her fast. Everyone here is stressed, and we don't want anyone deciding to conduct the search themselves.
Well, I mean, even if they went to go conduct the search themselves, it would take them a little bit to get there, so... let's see here. What is a balloon doing? 200 true airspeed. Well, I mean, again, I was really wanting the hot air balloon experience to be as realistic as possible, which is why I did launch at 150 knot wind. And it was a beautiful experience. I loved it. It was great. I really love the part where the character, you know, I love that he has an animation to it. So when he was fully sideways and he was pointing down, like it was, I don't know, just something about that animation when a hot air balloon's completely sideways was excellent. We're at it again, Jay. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Okay. I don't have time. Just hang on. Oh no, we're fine. I'm just overreacting. What could go wrong? Okay, that's too close. I don't like that. There we go. It's fine. Alright, you know what? I think it's a good idea to give ourselves a little bit of extra altitude. Oh no, yeah, let's go down. That's great. There we go. Let's just do that. I think that's nice. Wait, that's where we're at, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, hang on. What is this thing doing? Why is it such a weird scrolling on this? Alright. Anyways, let me get back up here. Duke flew a career mission a couple days ago and encountered some kind of massive grass swirl near my destination airport. It didn't end well. That was an odd one. Probably need to file a bug report. Yeah, I've never seen a grass swirl. Maybe they're adding grass tornadoes. Wasn't in the changelog. We'll see. But yeah, hopefully I don't run into that. That's weird. Do you think that for Sim Update 4 they will fix the problem of aggressive mud on the terrain? Not really sure.
I was told and is not really familiar with the area, but she knows what to do in such a situation.
What we mean by aggressive.
She must be waiting somewhere within sight.
Are we talking about like making the mud more polite? That way they're more welcoming when we're landing, or I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm assuming just like LOD stuff. The way it loads in. Because I'll keep an eye out. I'm not really sure I've noticed anything too weird with mud. Like just getting on the plane? Oh, do I still have the flaps down? Oh, shoot. Sorry, plane. I thought I put those up already. Goodness. Too busy trying not to slam into the side of a mountain. Please add the blimp to aerial advertisement. I would love that. I mean, I know a lot of people would be like, why would anybody want that? I think it would be cool. You know, take off from an airport, head over to a stadium, do some orbits around it, and then head back. That type of stuff. I don't know. It'd be kind of neat to kind of break up the missions. Or even make it like a special rare one where it's not just you own a company. Like sometimes it just pops up. That type of stuff would be cool for it. And then, of course, making it to where the blimp can actually have people on the ground to help you land as well, as opposed to how it is currently in the sim. Bliss of the apocalypse. Stress. So much stress. And Raptor. Yeah, okay, that's what I assumed you meant, is just how it loads in. But, you know, I thought I'd talk about, you know, making the mud more polite, you know, more welcoming. Welcome to our muddy valley. This area looks really cool, by the way. I'm so happy with how this sim is running and looking on the Xbox now. I mean, my goodness. Happy to see it's running nicely in career mode, because something is kind of weird sometimes with it. Like whatever's going on in the background, so maybe Sim Update 3 improved that a bit. Because beforehand, it just, I don't know, it felt like it was doing a lot of processing in the background with the mission steps, and made the sim perform worse than it does in free flight, but it seems like it's a bit closer to the free flight experience now, which is nice. Just flying along and tapping on the fuel gauge when my partner calmly says in my headset, are we going to try to fly through this mountain?
Watch yourself when you get to the
I mean,
zone.
it's just,
Conditions can be treacherous.
you may as well make it a bit more exciting, you know? That's all. Nothing wrong with a little excitement. But alright, we're gonna go ahead and bring our altitude down. I don't know why this wheel is weird with the controller, but... Or this dial, excuse me. Yeah, we'll do about 800 feet per minute on the descent. Because we're almost to our destination, about halfway. You can, of course, see it on our EFB over there. I can't believe it's September, by the way. My goodness. We're cruising to almost a year since we started this adventure in Flight Sim 2024. I'm just glad we're at a point where, you know, again, Sim Update 3 was the first update that really made noticeable improvements to the sim. 1 and 2, I don't know, it felt like an update came out and really didn't do anything. Like, there might have been some minuscule changes or improvements, but Sim Update 3, based off of my own experience, based off what I see from the chat, has really made the experience a much more enjoyable one for people on PC and Xbox. So I really count Sim Update 3 as the first one, because the first couple were just, I don't know, they weren't very anything exciting, for sure. And then, of course, Sim Update 4 is shaping up to be another one similar to Sim Update 3 that is going to continue to push this sim to where it needs to be. And then, of course, leading us into more development for new features, bug fixes, aircraft fixes. What happened to my flaps? They're up. How did something happen to them? I mean, they were getting stressed the whole time because I didn't put it up for some reason. But I don't know why that happened. Nah, that's alright, whatever. They still come down, right? I'm not gonna... We'll we'll worry about that when we get to that point. But I can't really blame career mode for that, because that was my bad on just forgetting to put those back up. It's fine. Nothing's gonna go wrong. How's the ATC? I feel like mine never tells me when to descend. From the time that I've been dealing with career mode for, you know, like private charter stuff, one flight, it did really great. Like, it told me to descend at the proper time and gave me enough of a distance between me and my destination. And then another flight, it waited till I was about 10 nautical miles to actually say, hey, why don't you go ahead and descend? So it's still hit or miss. There's, of course, still a lot of improvements that ATC is needing. And I forgot who's working with Asobo now. Was it, it's not Beyond ATC working with Asobo, is it? Either way, it's one of the third-party developers that kind of have their own ATC stuff working with them, so it'll be exciting to see what kind of improvements that'll bring. Because, yeah, as you know, I mean, ATC's just... it's a bit of a disappointment currently. Especially in career mode for a lot of the situations it runs into. Good luck landing with dodgy flaps. I mean, it's alright. We've prepared for this moment. Say intentions right. That's right. Because Beyond ATC, I believe, were the ones that did not want to work with Asobo. Because they were talking about that early on in one of the earlier development streams, that they were wanting to have partnerships with people before the sim came out. and they weren't interested for some reason. I guess so people don't pay their subscription fees, I guess. Which is why I have no interest in it. Because I know some of them are free, other ones are subscription based, and no thank you. I will never pay a subscription for a third-party add-on. So, it looks like the search area is kind of, I don't know if it's a valley or not. I'm sure it is, because it should be on the other side of the peak over here. So let's keep our altitude to about 3,500. We'll also go ahead and turn to the right. Oh, speaking of M scenery, they have not been in the last couple iterations of marketplace updates. So I hope they were banned from posting new stuff. That would be lovely. I mean, my goodness, they were doing way too much spamming of mediocre to absolute garbage add-ons, so I'm hoping they're just gone. Premium voice. I mean, see, that's just where that's why I want to keep the sim as vanilla as possible and just hope that stuff gets to or close enough to those types of programs down the road. Because it's just, I'm not gonna, like, it's just, same with the career stuff. Again, some of them are neat. I know some of them are free, of course. We've dove into a few of them. But if I could just have everything in one thing, same with like add-ons. It's like I don't want to go to Orbex's store to get this, or go to Miltech's website to get that, or go to Contrail's store thing that I need to install that onto the P. Like it gets to a point where it's just, this is obnoxious, and that's why I'm really keen on trying to keep my sim in its own bubble, where everything I get from it is in that bubble. Because, you know, when I buy a plane in the marketplace, I love that I can use it in both the PC and Xbox. Because if I get it from a third-party website or something, I don't get it on the Xbox. I only get it on PC. You know, it's just, that's what's annoying about that, and that's why I try to stay away from it as much as possible, and just focus on this ecosystem here. Because it just gets to a point where it's like, I don't want to have 8,000 different stores and websites that I need to have logins for to get a plane from one store and then to have another login for that plane. It's just, I think it's annoying. So that's why I mainly pay attention to the marketplace. If there's like a really cool plane that I'm interested, sure, I'll go out of my way to do it. But I much prefer to have everything just in the marketplace. Personally, because it's quite annoying when every developer has their own website and their own account thing, and then I have to put my credit card information on all these websites. It's like, oh my goodness. No thank you. WRB, I know I wasn't the only one, because when they started releasing those quote-unquote professional add-ons, all of a sudden their scores were really positive. And I was like, oh, so they just put the word professional in it and they know how to make add-ons? So I'm hoping they kind of got some crap from Asobo. It's like, are you faking your reviews? Because I knew they were. It's like, I know you're not all of a sudden making great things because you have professional in the title. It's like, get out of here. So I hope they get banned and just removed entirely from the marketplace, because there's no reason to have anything like that there. None whatsoever. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... we'll just turn to the right. We'll keep it in autopilot for now. We'll break out of it eventually. Oh, and for sure, I mean, there is some cool stuff outside the marketplace. No doubt about it. And then, of course, you do have that delay, because some stuff does come to the marketplace. And they've already talked about this, too, that they want to speed up that process. So there's less of a disparity between, you know, a third-party add-on releasing outside the marketplace and then taking weeks to show up in the in-sim one. So, I mean, they're wanting to improve that type of stuff, for sure. That way, hopefully we get to a point where if they want to release it on their third-party website, great. But it'll also release on the marketplace around the same time, which would be really great, just to avoid all that. And that's what I'm kind of hoping from it. But it just gets to a point where it's like, great, I have like 5 different accounts now for 5 different developers. You know, it's like, god dang it, man. Please. So we're going to go ahead and break off of autopilot here. Oh, sweet. And there they are. Beautiful. And FMJ, no, this is going to be a full-on career stream today. So no free flights for today. After Sim Update 3, some airports' terrains have gotten worse. So, were these handcrafted ones, or were these just regular satellite ones that have just changed a bit? Or were they third-party ones? Because sometimes if it's a third-party airport, some changes can happen in the back end that the developers need to kind of go back and tweak something. So I mean, there's a few things that could be causing that, but hopefully those airports will get improved again for you.
Rescue Cow, Ring 9 got a visual. She managed to take shelter in a safe spot. Coordinates 26 north, 100 west.
Ring 9, Rescue Cow. Nice.
Oh.
Now do a low pass and get a visual. That
Oh,
was
she still
close.
says it. Maybe I just
Everyone will be relieved to
timed it
hear the
perfectly.
news. Now try to land nearby to see if you can help. Don't do anything reckless though. I don't want to have to save you too.
Oh, so the flaps are actually not flapping. That's good. Okay. Oh boy, folks. This will be fun. Because honestly, I was kind of hoping it was saying malfunction with it, just because, you know, it just says it, but then it would still work, but... Oh, goodness gracious. I did not realize I was that close. Goodness. I want to be outside for this so I can actually see what's going on. Okay, not the greatest landing, but that's okay. Oh, I see the malfunction. That's actually kind of cool that it does that, though. I didn't mean for it to happen, but that's okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and hike over there. So, yeah, not my greatest landing, but hey, we made it. It's fine. Because if you haven't dove into career mode for a little bit, Search and Rescue is one of my favorites now just because of this change. Where if you did these missions before Sim Update 3, you know what a pain it was, especially with fixed-wing aircraft search and rescues. Because it would make you land and then taxi right next to the person. You couldn't get out, walk, or do anything that we're doing now. And it was just a mess, especially with bushes and these boulders and everything else that's on the ground. It would lead to just, you know, you crashing the plane, and it was just a really frustrating experience. So now that they got rid of that limitation, it really opens up these missions to make it to where you can really do it the way you want to do it with both fixed wing and helicopters. If you want it to be a pretty hefty hike through a dense forest, you can do that. Or if you still want to land close, if you can do it as well. I mean, it's just really nice to see that. I'm hoping this type of mentality of being able to complete the mission however you want, depending on whatever mission you're doing in career mode, I'm really hoping that happens. So like if you're doing a VIP charter flight and you're running a little bit low on fuel, the career should let you land at any airport, refuel, take back off, and keep going. You know, stuff like that would be really awesome. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if we get to that point in career mode, but definitely hoping we do. Because, I mean, that's the biggest thing for this type of stuff to last. Because if it's just the same structured mission every time, instead of you kind of getting the freedom to complete it however you want, it won't last long. So I'm definitely excited to see what they got going on. We have our car in sight. Got a beautiful mountain. Just a really nice area in general, actually, that we're flying around. Hey Ford, how are you doing this fine Tuesday? That as well, Omar, yes, absolutely. We've talked about that before as well, because if you end up buying the hoist version of the helicopter, because the way it is currently, I don't like it. Because if you do a hoist mission, it's always over water. If you do a non-hoist mission, it's always over land. So if you do run into those situations where it's a dense forest, there's nowhere to land, being able to utilize your hoist that you already have on your helicopter because you bought it, just having, again, just the freedom to complete missions however you want should be Asobo's goal for career mode. Because that'll bring the most enjoyment for every player. It's like, do you want to make it difficult? You can. You want to make it a hiking one? You can do that. You want to utilize your hoist you have on your helicopter? Go ahead. I mean, just having that freedom for everything should absolutely be one of the goals for Asobo for career mode. Because back to what these missions were like before Sim Update 3, it would fail your mission because you left your vehicle. Like if you walked maybe 100 yards away. So if you weren't within 100 yards, you wouldn't be able to do this. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could walk from the starting airport, find the person, and then just go from that if you wanted to. Like, just however you want to complete the mission, it's up to you. And that's why I'm really enjoying Search and Rescue now, especially with fixed wing. Because, I mean, the fixed wing ones were just not fun in the slightest. Because you can see the stuff that the gears can run into. But now, as you saw, we can find a nice safe area like a dirt road and have a really easier time of knowing we're going to land and not have to deal with boulders and bushes and all that other kind of crap. The smoke I think they should change that too, but the smoke disappears after you toggle the radio call to let them know where they are. Then the smoke always disappears. I think it should just keep going instead of disappearing after that call. Especially when it is, like, if this was a dense forest, it'd be nice to still see that smoke a little bit. I mean, I would just open photo mode and kind of use it as a drone, quote unquote, you know. I don't know why I keep saying quote unquote, you know what I mean. Just, or give us a drone, that'd be cool too. Hello! Rescue cow has arrived. And it's not an orange car. Look at that. That's the other thing that needs to change too. It's always orange backpack. Be nice to see some you know, variety to the descriptions of the people you're rescuing. I would still love to see things.
Happy you're fine.
I'm so
Captain,
sorry.
well done for finding her.
Some help.
We're in touch with the medic crew right now to organize a quick checkup when you're back. No worries, your voice says you're okay.
Crap, what was it? Oh, the other thing I'd love to see from this type of stuff too, we've talked about it before, but I always like to talk about it again every so often. Instead of these missions always being one person to rescue, I would love to see multiple people sometimes. Like, it's just some variety again to that, where sometimes it's one person, other times it's 2 or 3 people. And then depending on how many people you rescue, you get more money for doing more rescues in one mission. You know, stuff like that would be great to have for career missions as well. So, we got a bit of a problem. Our flap is just... okay. See, folks, this is what you get for leaving the flaps down while you're flying. Alright, so I think we should be alright. We're gonna have to hope so. I mean, we do have a little bit of flaps on the left, so... there we go. So wait. Oh, they're back up. Is it just because... is it being actually held up because of the airspeed going on? I mean, that's kind of cool if it's actually doing that. I'm pretty sure it's just being held. That's really cool, actually. I didn't realize that was simulated. Because that wasn't me lifting, you know, back
we
up.
Just got off the phone with someone of your family. Everyone is so relieved. They've asked us to let you know they're counting the minutes until they see you.
If you talk to them again, please tell them I miss them so much too.
Sure.
I don't think I've heard that line before. Interesting. Alright, so let's do 6,000 feet again. Set up our heading to be where we're looking at. Autopilot, please. No autopilot? Just level out here, bring this power back. Okay, I don't have autopilot. That's fine. I'll just freehand it. Oh, that is not my trim button that it normally is. Good to know. Alright, not gonna hit that anymore. I'll do it down here. Sorry, passenger. I did not mean for that to happen. I thought that was my trim button.
I hope a towing service will be able to help me tow the car back tomorrow. This car means everything to me, so leaving it out there in the middle of nowhere, it's really tough.
I'm sorry to tell you, but that car's
Nothing will
gone.
happen until then in this remote area.
I'm pretty sure there's an armadillo already driving it. I think I saw it moving when we were taking off. Hey, Binky! Hello, hello! Gustav, I have good news for you. That A320 is going to be in career mode in Sim Update 4. As is the A330 and the Beluga. Because we'll be getting heavy cargo and, you know, obviously you'll be able to use those heavy aircraft for career as well. So, not too much longer to wait. Banky, actually, you have not missed the peanuts, because I don't give any peanuts out. I mean, it's not my fault that they got lost with their car, so I mean, it's just, There's no free snacks on this flight. Dang, Binky, should have just rescued the car.
Thank you so much for coming to get me. I was just getting ready to spend the night in the middle of nowhere. No offense to nowhere.
I mean, ma'am, I'm just doing this because I get paid. So, I mean, it's not like I just did it out of my, you know, I wasn't just bored today and decided to come out and pick you up, so. Don't act like I'm here just because I felt like it. Because the bill will be in the mail very quickly. I can assure you of that. I still love that it puts your company name on the liveries too. Good old rescue cow under the door. You don't get paid enough. Other than Yellowstone, where else do I like to fly? I've been really having a blast flying around South America after that add-on came out, you know, that we did a couple weeks ago. Or last week, whenever it was. So I've been doing that a bit. Romania yesterday was a really fun place to fly around. I thought that was a great location for the stream. We flew the Citation, and so that was nice. So there's not really a specific area I like flying around a lot, other than, you know, here in Colorado, since I'm here. So I always like to see how it's looking compared to real life and in the sim.
Luckily.
But yeah, other than that, I always like flying in other places as well. And career mode, of course, does a great job of bringing you to other places. Unless you're flying a PC-24 medium cargo and it gives you a 20-foot runway. That's another story, but... I'm just really excited. Like, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to in career mode is the Beluga. Like, I can't wait to do some super heavy missions with that. I'm sure it's going to be very pricey to buy the Beluga, but I'm going to get there. I'll just do some employee missions with it. These passengers are talking too much with this update, like Ryanair flight to Malaga. I don't think it's anything different with the passengers. I mean, you can turn them off, but it just turns off ATC as well. They still need to make a different slider for, like, passenger dialogue. Because right now it's just in total voices. So if you have it off, you don't hear ATC, you don't hear anything, so... Honestly, most of the time I'm not even paying attention, especially when I'm live streaming, if they're talking.
Like this in the papers, and always thought I'd hate to be the one rescued. But hey, all's well ends well right.
Ma'am, I'm about 2 more dialogues away from handing you a parachute and telling you to get off my aircraft, so let's just keep it down a little bit, alright? But they actually cut back, because if you're doing the VIP flights, they're no longer always going to say, hey, make sure you keep me in, you know, the view of whatever. I'm going to make phone calls. That's actually been toned down a bit, because I remember seeing that in one of the change logs, so... Well, anytime I'm flying the airship when I'm not streaming, I guess when I'm just more busy talking and crap, so I'm not really paying as much attention. Because when I'm flying the airship, I can land the thing perfectly center on the runway. But for whatever reason, anytime I live stream it, it never goes well with the landing. Plus, the way it bounced anyways, it acted like I was in Mars or the moon. So some of it was the Sim's fault too on that, so... Well, FMJ, I mean, the balloon yesterday was even more realistic. I mean, that was... I'm proud of how realistic that balloon flight was. I mean, you can't go back and watch that stream and say that was the most unrealistic hot air balloon ride you've ever seen. It's just impossible. I mean, that was to a T on how you're supposed to operate a hot air balloon. It was beautiful. But I did enjoy, like, just flying that blimp around is just awesome, especially when it's a photogrammic city like London was when we did that. It's just, I don't know, it's a fun way of sightseeing in the sim, I think. Get a little bit more altitude here, because as you can see, there is a mountain in front of us. I mean, you know, I wasn't even paying attention to the weather. I was not expecting Paris to have a super thunderstorm going on, but it was perfect. And then after we do this fixed wing search and rescue, we're gonna hop into the Eurocopter, because I have not spent any time in career mode with it.
Do you have water or snacks?
I know a lot of people don't like the Eurocopter, but I don't care.
Okay,
I'm still gonna
have the snacks.
mess with it anyways. What sucks? What did you just say to me? Goodness. By the way, I noticed there's this whole, I don't even know what it is. YouTube keeps adding things, I don't even know what it's adding. But I noticed you can hype videos now. It's like, what is that even? I don't even know. They add some weird features to this thing. But by the way, welcome to the 36 of you stopping by on this fine Tuesday. Hopefully you're having a great one. And as always, appreciate all the support on the Flight Sim stuff. Really looking forward to bringing back the update series once Sim Update 4's beta starts rolling, which I'm still guessing is sometime this week. Again, it'll probably be on Thursday because I'm not going to be around in the morning, so I think Asobo just knows my schedule, so they're like, alright, he's going to be gone, so let's release it then. But whenever it comes out, you can best guarantee we'll be diving into it. We'll dive into the changelog, and then after that, we will be going to our short and to the point changelog update videos, and you'll be up to date on everything that's going on with Sim Update 4. Oh, hang on, let's not descend just yet. Actually, let's go, yeah, we'll do this. We'll go through the gap in the mountain. Bring that power back. Get a nice descent going. And away we go. But it's always, like, I very much appreciate all the comments, because there's stuff that comes out, you know, comments weeks or days after a stream or video where people are saying, you know, really enjoy the content, and that makes me super happy. Like, again, I'm glad everybody enjoys the way I do the content and everything, and that will never change. As always, it'll be straight to the point content, no clickbait, no mid-roll, like, in-stream advertisements to give you codes to get crappy products. None of that nonsense here. Coffee, chilling, watching, and learning. I'm relaxed. Very nice, Ford. That's great to hear. I'm on Xbox Series X and I can't even get to the point of starting the plane. Frame rate is terrible and the game just crashes. See, I'm just trying to think of what could be possible. Like, it just sounds like an Xbox issue, to be completely honest with you. Because that is far away from the experience. I mean, that's something that was happening when it first released. But I don't know if there's anything I can really say that it will help, because we're on the Xbox Series X here and you can see what's going on. But yeah, it just sounds like an Xbox issue, to be completely honest. But even in the worst of days, I never got to a point where I couldn't start a flight on the Xbox either. And what airport are we? Or, not airport. Oh god. I hate that auto flying. Stop. But I can't move this without the cursor. Okay, 2-7. Goodness. Because the auto flying only wants to just kill the plane. That's all it ever wants to do.
Zulu Juliet traffic, CTWN 32, Romeo, Charlie Echo Tree Fife 11. 5 miles northwest, 4300, inbound to land, runway 27, Mike Zulu Juliet traffic.
And obviously not a towered airport. We're just talking to ourselves out here. Are we doing update 4 beta? Count me in. Absolutely, Binky. Because when those betas, I mean, I'll come back to Sim Update 3 to do some community flights. But obviously most of my time is going to be spent in the beta build. I mean, that's another good point too, FMJ. Definitely do a full reinstall, because there's just... That's not the sim at that point. That's just something weird going on your Xbox. You've had 5 minutes in career mode? Very nice, Binky. Deck, Xbox Series X, massive update. First flight crashed. Now I am fleeing. And no crashed yet. I'm glad that was all in caps. That was very nice. But I'm glad you're having a great experience on the Series X. That's great to hear. But yeah, a car and a dream, absolutely. If you haven't done that yet, highly recommend doing it, because there's just something that's not functioning correctly. Because, yeah, there's no reason why you shouldn't have, or should have an issue of even starting a flight. So definitely try that out and see how that goes for you. No, career mode progress is in the cloud, so it'll still be there with what you have. You won't lose any of that progress. It streams fine on SU3 for me now, can't complain. Nice. Because I get this question quite a bit, so if I say it periodically through these streams and stuff, all my content is 100% streamed. It is not downloaded, so everything you see from me on Flight Sim, both Xbox and PC, you're seeing streamed gameplay. None of it is downloaded. But for those of you that do want to download it, I've heard from chat that, you know, things are an improvement for them, which is great to see that. So hopefully when you install all that stuff, if you need to, you'll see that improvement as well. Thanks, going to try that now. Nice. Hopefully that works out for you. Which I'm sure it will, because it just seems like something's really wonky there, so I feel like that'll help you out. And if you're just joining, I broke our flaps on the takeoff because I forgot to put them back up. So we're going to be going for a flapless landing here, which isn't too bad with a tail dragger. I mean, this thing's pretty controllable and can slow down a lot even without it. Obviously, it makes it harder to have a smoother landing, so we're probably going to carry a bit more speed than we normally would, just to kind of help try to make this as smooth of a landing as we can. Streaming plus hosting the stream eats how much of internet? I don't know. I don't have a data cap, so... Thankfully not on Comcast internet. Data caps are the biggest joke ever. It's ridiculous. Oh shoot, I was looking at the road to the left. Crap. Hello, we're here.
Mike Zulu, Juliet traffic. CTWN 32, Romeo Charlie Echo Tree 511 is on final, runway 27 to land. Mike Zulu, Juliet traffic.
Again, we're gonna carry a bit more speed, like I was saying, than we normally would, since our flaps are broke. Oh, this thing's... Whoa, nope, didn't want to be on the ground yet. It's alright, we're here. That is so cool that when they're broke, they're only being held up because of the air going under the wing, and then once you slow down, you can see they're drooping down. See, that's why I did it. I wanted to intentionally show you what the flaps are doing when they're broke. Like, they actually showcase that they're broke. You know, that's cool. So you're welcome for showing everybody there. 100% an intentional thing there. But no, that is pretty neat, though. Nice clouds going on up there. Man, we'd have a perfect score if it wasn't for me and my flaps. Sorry, plane. Just bought it and already immediately broke it. Poor cub.
Mike Zulu Juliet.
Oh, perfect. We're right next to it.
Romeo Charlie Echo Tree 511 is taxiing to parking. Mike Zulu Juliet traffic.
And yeah, shredding. I was too busy doing everything else in the cockpit. Completely forgot to bring him up. And yes, this is Rescue Cow. We're back in our regular profile again. It's nice being back in our regular career, as opposed to our beta career profile.
Welcome back, Rescue Cow. You did great. It's heartwarming to see that woman and her family reunited.
Nice. Flapping around, yep. Look at that. Oh, this would have been... I mean, we'll still get an S rating, but... Yeah, that would have been perfect. Oh, we barely got an S rating. Look how confident my pilot is. Yeah, that's right. I broke those flaps. And for sure, shredding, no doubt. It was my fault on the flaps. That was all me. All me on that one. How much is that gonna fix or cost to fix on that? Oof, 80,000 credits. All There we go. See? Flaps are good to go. We'll remember to put them up next time. Oh, thank you, Rescue Cow. You're my hero. You're welcome. Glad I could be of service. Now, pay the bill, please. Thank you. I don't even know why I'm here anymore. We don't need to be in this menu. Let's hop in the Eurocopter, because I've yet to use it in career mode. This will be my first time. But it'll be really sweet once, you know, we can get in those Airbuses in career mode. Probably one of my most excited things I'm looking forward to in Sim Update 4. I wish they would let you skip this. Because again, I'm not really too... These special event missions need to have better payouts. Because in their current state, it's not worth the time. Holy crap, how many are out here? This is like the most I've ever seen at once. Yeah, we're still not done. Now we're in India. I don't even think I've flown in India yet. Oh my... What is this? Stop. I get it. There's star missions. Oh my goodness. Holy crap, we're done. That is a crazy amount. What is going on? That's ridiculous. But see, this is what I'm talking about. A 2-hour flight and it's only paying 36,000 credits. 39,000. 39,000. I mean, it's just, I think since they're like limited time ones, the payout should be, I don't know, more than what you would normally do since they are limited time ones. I think. But that is a crazy amount of missions. I've never seen so many. Let's see, 2 hours for, I mean, it's just not worth the time in the slightest. See, look, 5 hours, you're not even getting over 100,000 credits. When you can do a couple search and rescue missions in under an hour and get twice, 3 times as much money. But anyways, let's go ahead and do a Eurocopter mission here. I don't want to do it with the 125. We've already done that enough. It's really nice seeing this plane list grow, though, instead of the same ones we've had the whole time. It's just awesome. I was about to say, I guess we're not going to do any search and rescue. How much is this going to cost to move it over? Probably 300,000? Oh, this is employee work. Forget that. Oh, there we go. There is a thing for the Eurocopter. Good. I love the launch. Like, oh, it's so nice having that in career mode, no doubt. Been loving the longitude in there. Moving industry. You like that? I don't know what is so... I mean, it wasn't really a Sobo that did this plane specifically, but... Or helicopter. I'm not sure why there's such an anti-autopilot in helicopters in the sim for some reason. Because the 125 is supposed to have autopilot as well, but they said that they intentionally made the model that doesn't have it. But yeah, I was really looking forward to it because I was assuming this was going to have it. Because Namath Designs, I think, made it, or whatever. Whoever the third-party developer was. Another thing I'm looking forward to in career mode is being able to change the liveries to whatever we want. Especially when I'm buying the plane. It's another one I'm really wanting to see. But yes, Rodrigo, I did a whole video over it a couple weeks ago. I finally got to the point in Microsoft Flight Sim 24 to start doing helicopter missions in Flight Sim 24 career mode. It only took me 7 or 8 months of trying. Well, I'm glad you got to the point where you're able to dive into the helicopters in career.
Rescue Cow Track 7 clear to go.
I mean, it's just crazy doing a rescue helicopter mission in a different helicopter. I mean, it's just been the 125 since release. That's awesome.
Okay, just a quick reminder of the urgent situation at hand. We've got a missing woman here. Name's Jennifer. When venturing near the Creed landform earlier today with limited supplies, conditions are pretty challenging out there. Take off immediately and fly over the area and scan for any signs. The team's concerned because we've had no radio contact since then. I'll stay on the radio the whole operation to assist you if needed.
Ooh, I think I might have started this thing up a little earlier. I did not. Oh, crap. That was my bad. That was my bad. Oh, shoot. Stop and hold short. Hang on. Oh, I'm messing this whole mission up here. It's not the Sims' fault this time. Oh, well, that's fine. Let's get out of here.
Rescue Cow Track 7, we don't have much time. Hope you'll get on site soon. You can easily freak out when you're lost and do something irrational.
It is very windy. Look at that windsock. By the way, isn't that really cool? You can see the trees are starting to change colors. I love having the seasons in the sim. But it's just nice to see it slowly get to it rather than it just being like an instant everything's colorful thing. There's actually some gradual stages to it, which is awesome.
The relatives appreciate your help. They're quite concerned, as you can imagine. We all hope you'll bring her back home, buddy.
Buddy, don't call me buddy. Get out of here. We are not buddies, sir. And I'm still waiting for that cool feature to put your own voice for your pilot's voice in there. I'm hoping that's still something they're working on. It's just interested to see what that sounds like. And I don't blame you. I mean, career mode is what's gotten me into helicopters in the sim, because in 2020 I didn't really fly them too much. I flew them from time to time, but it definitely wasn't my main thing. But ever since career mode, really have enjoyed my time in the 125. We were bouncing around a lot. I'm probably like overstressing the engine probably. We'll bring that back a bit. I wonder if that's a cause of the auto collective stuff. Maybe that's why it kind of freaks out sometimes. Because the 125 also bounces around quite a bit. Really disappointed how Mission Hub came out and just kind of disappeared from Miltech. I mean, they were making such a big deal out of it, how they were like, oh, we're going to make a better career than the InSim one. They released a pretty bare bones program, and then I don't think they've even updated it still. We're bouncing around so much. Goodness gracious. Might be rotor wash too. I don't know. But yeah, I was just, I don't know. I feel like if I was releasing something and trying to make it like, oh, you know, we want something that's going to be a lot better than the InSim career mode, I'd already have some other stuff lined up after release to get things going. But, yeah, it's just, we'll see what happens with it. But I haven't touched it in a while. And I'm probably not going to buy it for Xbox because it's just, I'm not too worried about it. There's a lot of features that aren't going to be available. You won't be able to download other people's missions. You won't be able to share missions. and stuff like that, so it's just, I'm not going to bother covering it again. Yeah, the Blackhawk would be great for career, but they're probably not going to support the NSIM one, because they want everybody to use their own mission hub stuff, unfortunately. But that's alright. They're not going to be the only ones working on a Blackhawk. I'm sure there's going to be other developers working on it too, and maybe they'll support the NSIM career. Yeah, I mean, it's just, the other thing too with the mission hub that was really weird to me is there's so many different features that aren't even, I don't even know why they're there. I mean, you know, you could label it like, oh, I want it to be a passenger, like the whole passenger thing's point. Like, it's just, there's stuff in there, and it's just like, okay, this really isn't changing anything or anything like, I don't know. It's just, it was disappointing after a while. I was really excited about it in the beginning, and then as I dove into it a little bit more and more, I was like, wow, this is very bare bones at the moment. Which is why I was kind of expecting them, because I don't think there's been anything new to Mission Hub since it released well over, what, a month ago now or more? Because again, I was just expecting more from it, since all their, you know, pre-release documents and blogs were all about like, oh yeah, you know, the NSIM career is very limited and everything like that, and it's just like, okay. So I was kind of expecting more from their program that was supposedly going to be so much better. I mean, maybe it can be at some point, but right now it definitely is not. Well, I know, but still, I was expecting more from the Mission Hub. They were talking it up so much before the release, so I was kind of expecting more from it. Oh, Ford, I can't wait. Like, I'm so excited to dive into the semi-truck world again with American and Euro Truck Sim. That's gonna be such a blast. In KW, absolutely. We already know they are, because heavy cargo is going to be finally unlockable. You know, the A330, you'll be able to use the Airbus A320 V2 in career mode, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot to look forward to in career with Sim Update 4 for sure. Our waiting is finally coming to an end for some new stuff in career.
Be careful once you reach the zone. The flight path is narrow.
I mean, I have a steering, because I already have, because we've done, well, a lot of you were not on this channel when I was doing that, but I have a ton of content over American and Euro Truck Sim. So I ended up getting a steering wheel for it and all that, but I just don't have a right desk for it. I mean, I'll probably break it out just to have it, but most of the time it always falls off the desk, so we might just start with the controller and go from that. We'll see. And yeah, I mean, again, I'm pretty sure that's kind of their goal for the in-sim career mode, because that's what I'm hoping for. Instead of having to download all this other crap outside the sim, if I can get that level of experience in the in-sim career mode, which I feel like we'll get to that point at some point, that would be my ideal situation, because I hate installing other programs and having everything else working in the background. And again, like I was talking about earlier, going back into the Xbox and not being able to utilize it, and it's just... That's why I try to keep my sim outside of getting like airport add-ons or new aircraft as vanilla as possible. Because I don't want to have 8,000 other programs to experience a specific thing. Which again is why I'm not going to cover the Xbox version of Miltech's Mission Hub, because there's a lot of features that aren't going to be carrying over. So it's just not going to be
You've reached the search area. Eyes wide.
bothering with it. Because if we can get mission sharing in the in-sim career mode, that would be really cool too, where people can create their own things for people to play and have like an in-sim share thing instead of having to do a file and then put it in a Discord and all of, like, it's just, if we can have that all built in, that would be really awesome. With custom parameters and whatnot. I mean, there's just so much Asobo can do with this, and I'm hoping they'll utilize that.
We lost the track near your current position. Your backpack is orange, easy to spot.
Oh, did I? Oh, hang on. Oh, God. Okay, see, oh, I hate that auto-flying on the toolbar. Goodness gracious. Alright, things are probably going to look really weird here. Hang on. Want to move. Oh, I'm stuck on the EFB. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, there they are. Well, I don't need to worry. Okay, thank God. Because I was not going to be able to interact with that EFB. Oh, man. We've been really lucky today on finding these people immediately. Goodness. Oh, there was smoke. Where did it go? And yeah, that too, just being able to do multiplayer in the missions, absolutely would love to see that. But if that takes a while, I'd rather just see the career stuff be in a free flight environment. Because even if I'm in free flight, it'd be cool to see other people do their missions or whatever. You know, just make it a living world as opposed to being in a separate one when you're trying to do career stuff, you know? Oh, why are we spinning?
Found her. She reached a safe spot. Coordinates 37 north.
And we're not spinning.
07 west.
What are you doing, helicopter?
Ready to extract her.
There we go. I think we're under control here, possibly. Oh my god, and it just goes into like a weird spin? Okay. We're here. Welcome on aboard.
On board the helicopter, Captain. Everyone okay? Good to go. Hi, my name's Kathleen. I'll be with you on this trip to Creed. I'm here to help you have a comfortable flight.
Mineral Co. Memorial. Get the cars off I just turned off traffic, honestly. Because most of the time there's just... Yeah. That way I don't have to deal with anything on the airports or driving around. I just have it off. Because they don't add anything. Just like the marshals on the ground, I get rid of them too. Now that we can. Head to the right here. Still don't know why this is so, like, bouncy. And then isn't. That's alright. We'll make it work. But yeah, Barry, that's why Pileups, I mean, it was really fun diving into it in the beginning, but again, it's just something else that's very limited. Like, I don't know. And the updates are very, very slow on that. It's like, yeah, you know, it was cool getting the landing tracker in there, but I was kind of hoping to see like a payout bonus for having smooth landings and stuff. You know, just getting some extra stuff for having a great landing and all that. But at this point, I'm going to be just sticking to the NSIM career. We're going to finally start getting some new stuff to it, which is exciting. I'm just done installing third-party stuff and having that running in the background, and just kind of over that. It was fun since we had that long pause of really nothing going on with career mode, of course, but now I feel like we're getting to that point where we'll start seeing new things a lot more frequently and just more and more improvements come into the mode. Uninstalled and reinstalled. Let's hope this works. Nice. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure they are a small team and all that, but again, it's still... There's only so much you can do in that mode, or in that program, before it just gets old, too.
I bet you're thirsty. Water or...
But the other side of it, just like we were talking about earlier, it's just...
Anything you have.
If I want to play on Xbox, I can't utilize those programs anyways, so it's just kind of like, eh. It was a fun little pause through the summer to kind of dive into some other stuff, but pretty much done with that. Put all my focus back into the NSIM career and hope the ball starts rolling on new stuff, which we already know it will be. Excited to get into those Airbuses, do some heavy cargo, super heavy cargo missions, get into the A320 for passenger transport, and then whatever else Asobo has in the works. Be it improvements, fixes, new content for career. The possibilities are endless. Well, we'll definitely see some dinosaurs soon, because that Jurassic World Archipelago add-on from Orbex is going to be releasing. I'll probably do a video over that, of course. Have a bit of fun with that. Still no specific release date, but now we're in the time frame of it, so... Is the Sim Update 4 confirmed? Like, does it exist? Because yes, if that's what we're talking about. And then last Thursday, the developer said that the Sim Update 4 beta is going to be starting up soon. Which I would imagine is this week.
I was thinking, do you always fly with the same team?
It depends
we'll just follow this little gap in the mountain here. Uh-oh. Left on the D-pad is not connecting to arrival airport, so this is good. Here. I'm breaking out the mouse, because if I hit the toolbar, you see what happens. Alright. Perfect. That way we avoid any issues. No, actually, oh. Just wanted to see if I was gonna do it now, but it's alright. Okay. Well, actually, none of it works.
Let's clean and patch that cut you got here.
Not that deep.
Oh, alright. We're gonna just deal with it. Again, like we were talking about before,
That was quick.
ATC
Just a scratch.
is still an area of much improvement that is needed. We'll just take the penalty for it. Or maybe it'll just finally decide to work on its own. By the way, I like how it's showing us low fuel. What are we at? Let me shrink this here. Goodness gracious. Tablet's gigantic. Oh, that's why. We're on the supply tanks. Don't know how to switch those, but we're here, so it's fine. Because I was about to say, like, wow, we got low on fuel pretty quick. Caution light, low fuel. Have you tried Neofly? I've tried quite a few of them. I don't have any interest doing the third-party stuff anymore. Because again, if I want to fly on Xbox and continue my career, I can't use those programs, so it's just not what I'm looking for. Hey. I didn't even complain. I love it. See if this does the parking one or not. No. That's alright. It's gonna be like our one penalty of the whole flight. I think sometimes when it's not a tower airport, it just kind of glitches things out.
Congrats, Rescue Cal. Amazing job out there. You really made a difference for that woman and her family. So touching.
there we are. Back again. Stuck on an infinite loading screen. Reinstall for yeah, I don't know. I don't know then. Still seems like an Xbox issue. I use all 3 assistances for the helicopters. Nice. I still can't get, like, these 2 search and rescues are like record times of finding them. I was very surprised by that. Because sometimes it can take quite a little bit of time, for sure. And for the yoke control, I don't use any assists. I just don't find flying a helicopter fun with the flight stick I have, and I don't want to buy specific things for helicopters, so just use an Xbox controller and that's that. But yeah, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like when you load up on this thing. I still like the menu music. I know I say that a lot, but, you know, I always see a lot of hate against the menu music. But yeah, it takes around, I don't know, about a minute or less to fully load into the sim. I always see people on the flight sim forum saying it takes like 4 or 5 minutes. It's like, nope. Oh, crap. My chair's exploding. And there we go. Done. And that's how it loads on an Xbox Series X. You bet, Adam. I'm using all the helicopter assist. But yeah, I can show it really quick too. But yep. The assisted cyclic, assisted tail rotor, and assisted collective. And all the other nonsense is off. I don't know why that's all on, but I guess I just have that on for free flight instead of dealing with that. But yep. That's what I got. I can select my mission, load onto tarmac, accept mission, and then it just loads forever. And if I do actually get to the start of the mission, where I enter my plane, it's just choppy as all heck. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. No, say it ain't so. It is so. It is, Adam. By the way, how long have we been going here? An hour and 41? Let's see if we can find a short flight. A little short charter something. And speaking of variety, please, Asobo, make the missions have different lengths. Most of the time, it's all pretty much the same. Except for, like, passenger transport, but, like, medium cargo, it's always about 2.5 hours. There's 3.5. 2:30. Like, there's hardly anything under 2 hours. Not everybody always wants to do that long of a flight. It's just unbelievable. Which is why I typically don't do those missions live. Man, I don't even want to do the agricultural stuff anymore. Did they oh, you know what? I need to keep looking for that now. Maybe they added it. I'd be so happy if they did. But the one that is in career mode sucks. I don't like that plane anymore, especially after flying the other Cessna. Because the one we get in career mode is just horrendous. Let's see if it's sitting in here. Maybe it just is waiting for me. It's like, check it. But yeah, the AT-802, garbage. Especially after flying the other one. It's like, why is that not in career? And see, FMJ? Maybe. You gotta use the assists, Adam. Holy crap, it is! No way! I was not... Oh! Oh my goodness gracious, when was that sitting in there? That must have come with the longitude and everything else. I was just joking around too, god dang. I was not expecting to see it in the list. Holy crap. Yes. The AG truck. Oh man. Well, I know what we're doing now. And Marco, yes, the longitude is awesome in career mode. Loving that thing. It has been a blast. So happy having that in there, and so happy to have... Oh! That is... I am annoyed I haven't looked at the agricultural hangar yet. But I'm glad we did now, because it's there. Ooh! Oh, is it really gonna go? Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna show me the stupid limited time missions again. Yes! Don't do this to me. Don't you dare. Hold up. Don't tell me you teased me with the thing being purchasable and not having a single mission. Don't do this. Hang on, let me just... No. You gotta be kidding me. There's not a single mission for it anywhere. Oh my good, what an absolute tease. How dare you, Asobo? There's not a single mission for it. Oh, come on. All that excitement just down the drain within seconds of buying it. You finally add the thing, and then, oh, look, it's even in the thumbnail. I mean, I've been waiting to fly this thing in career mode forever, and it's finally here, and then you give me nothing. Maybe it's just... Hang on. Hang on. There's still hope. I think this is the helicopter one. I don't want a helicopter. I want my AG truck right now in a career mission. I'm gonna go to the forums after this and say, why is this in here and I don't have a mission for the coolest agricultural spraying aircraft? Sorry, we're just accept the mission. Oh, it's grayed out. We're so close yet so far. Oh man. Well, I mean, we have it now, so when it does end up becoming available, we'll be able to use it. Because I'm not using that other one because that one sucks. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna see if anybody made a post on the forums because that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. You saw how I was floating in nothing? That's gonna be me after this stream ends. God dang it, man. Well, all right. I'm disappointed now. I'm sad. I was so excited. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Goodness gracious. Because if you haven't flown the AG truck yet, do it. It's so much better than the 802, 8T, whatever the crap it is. Goodness gracious. So, I'm gonna go to the forums now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Diving into some career missions on the Xbox version of The Sim, which has been my main place to play lately. Been having a great time on the Xbox version. So, again, thank you for all the support and stopping by on this fine Tuesday. And I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.